we're gonna start class. Today is already February 1st. That was fast, right? So, our goal for today is to revisit the past assessment and evaluate the solution of questions mostly done incorrectly by showing alternate solution. So, remember what we got yesterday? Last week, we have a trouble on some questions. Basically, 8 and 10. Let's look at those two questions for today. So, but before that, let's try to work on this question. How can you show kindness? Give one idea, guys. Like, very simple, like, idea on what kindness is. So, but just remember that do things for people not because of who they are and what they do in return, but because of who you are. Let's try to put at least one idea how to be kind. Be kind is still the theme in our district, so let's work on that. I'm sorry, go ahead. Say it again.
For the after school program, what do you do with it?
What you do? Yeah, you could do that.
No,
Or
what do you do for the COSTA program, like the after school form you have to fill out?
ah, the after school program. You already have after school, Alana. So, I guess that is open for some. Miss Alvarez is asking me to ask some of you guys if you want to join the STEAM program. It's like the engineering program.
Actually, but which is still do if I still do it if I have after school, like I just go on the day and I can't do regular after school on that day.
Yes, you could. I think that's what we do last year. Like, let's say you are at Sonic and then you want to do after school in school. You go to the after school during that day, let's say Thursday. So you go to Miss Alvarez and then on the other days you go back to Sonic. And there will be another program coming that I want you guys to join. So it's your choice. This one is AIS, science. There are science program. There are a lot of programs coming. This is one of them. They already
Okay,
have it.
but like I have a question.
Okay, go.
About the Steam thing and coding. Do we need, well, like, how is it gonna work? Do you need an email for it?
I'm sorry. You were cut out by this extra sound. What was it? What were you asking?
For the Steam coding thing, like, are we gonna need an email to email someone? How are we gonna know we got in or stuff like?
Oh, just fill out that form and Miss Albers will send you information or she gonna give it to me and she gonna give me all the informations that you need.
Okay, so okay.
All right.
Is it like a lottery to pick the students, or is
No,
it everyone that signs in to
I'm.
pick?
She said everyone that signs in, but we'll see. She has limited spot because it's only one period, like one class, and she doesn't have extra teacher. But we'll see. Maybe if there are a lot of students who join, they're gonna open it for another teacher and another STEAM teacher. We'll see. I'll let you know. Just fill it in if you like, and then I'll let you know. But don't worry if you're gonna go to that program. There is still another programs coming on this February. All right, so let's start with this one. Who would like to answer? Give me one expression of kindness that you have. I could not see who's raising hand. Oh, Alana, go ahead.
You could cheer someone up.
What was it again?
You could cheer someone up if they're sad.
Oh, cheer it up. That's nice. Anybody else?
So we can like do good things, but like do it, but then not take anything for it, but like be proud for doing something good and always helping others.
Correct. Selena?
You could just be nice to them and like give them compliments and just be nice.
Correct. Just be nice. That's already show kindness. Andy, anyone? Go ahead. Tiffany?
You can also say please and thank you when you're talking.
Yes, that's a very number one rule, right? All right, anybody else? Please and thank you. I love those. We learned them in elementary school and it still works even for old people. Anybody else would like me to share our responses? So let's see what we got. So I can share and not judge people. Nice. So you can show kindness by giving flowers, cheering someone up when they're sad, do something nice, not being me. What does that mean? Or not being mean. I can show kindness by helping people, giving compliments. True. I can help them when they need it. Or even just to listen to them or like be with them. You don't even have to do anything, you know? Be kind by doing nice. We can help others in struggles. We support during hard times. That's true. I can give a minute to think. Give a gift? No, you don't need to give a gift. Oh, this is a very nice picture. Helping people when they need it. Yes. Like even crossing the street or telling them what to do. Like that's true. Holding door for a stranger. Or go to the mall and like you go to the bank and there will be people going out. You don't just slam the door back. You just hold it for people who could go. Right? That's another way of kindness. Saying please and thank you, helping people when they're in trouble, giving money to homeless. Be careful to that. Sometimes they pretend homeless. You know who's homeless and you know those to pretend. You could give them food instead. Make someone feel good. But what you do is sing with them, listen to them, write them some notes. Yes, very good. Helping. Lending materials to them, helping people in many ways. Like help. This is what you guys go fundraising. That's a good idea. That's a big step. When someone needs help, help out. Be polite. Yeah, those are there are things that are simple that you just like. You don't have to be crazy. You just do it yourself, right? All right. Thank you for the share, guys. Very very nice of you. Let's go to the next one. So let's go to our lesson. So I was looking at the test, and you guys also was telling me that the test was a little bit hard, especially question 8. I look over the answer at Savas and check the
Yeah,
examples and
question
other
8, I think. No, not question 8.
8 and 10. That's what you got trouble with, but no one get 100 in this test. I'm sad just because of that question number 8, but that's why I did not check yet part 2 of the test because I was hoping that we could do part 2 very very good, like very nice. I'm scared to look at it, the part 2 that you guys have done, but I'm gonna look at it today. All right, so let's try to answer this question if you still remember them. So
It's so small, I can't read it.
make it bigger to your screen. So the pizza restaurant, oh, there's no drop down because I just cut and paste. It's just if you still remember what your answer was. So at the pizza restaurant,
You could go back to Savas and look at your answers.
yeah, you could go back to Savas. Very good. Like yes, that's true. So I could do that too, right? Let me go to Teach Hub and then make it bigger. Here, at Teach Hub, it's bigger. So. Oh, come on. This is what I don't like with Sava. Sign me out quick. No. Did you guys able to see it? But while I'm doing this, you guys go to the presentation and answer if you could see. If it is too small, then just go to Savas.
I could see it.
Yes, if you cannot see it, you could go to Savas and see the bigger version of it. Or you could spread your you could like spread your browser, like make it bigger. 614. Oh, come on, what does that mean? All right, so interactive edition, where is it? supposed to be the last one. Oh, here. There's still one working? What is that? Alright, so let's say, see, it's so sad we did not get a good score. I want to get someone who got that right. Here. I think this one has question number 8 wrong. So do you guys keep working on this? Do you have an answer? You could use this pink side to work on the answer, to look at your scores. So question number...
Wait, they won't let me in though.
Won't let in you where?
You gotta go to the assignment and then click. Like, you gotta go to the assignment on Google Classes.
I think one should...
Click the thing and then you'll see your answers and stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, so just talk about it. Almost everyone that got this correct. So let me just read the question. So a pizza restaurant has 63 and 2/3 cups of flour. Each batch of dough uses 5 and 1/4 cups of flour. So part A, use a drop-down menu to explain how to find the best estimate of the number of batches of the pizza dough the restaurant can make using the flour. So I use blank numbers that are close to the actual numbers. What was that? What is that close number they're talking about?
Compatible numbers.
Wait, one at a time. Who was saying? Selena?
Yeah, compatible numbers.
It's a compatible number. So good. So choose blank for 6 and 2/3. And what did you choose for 5 and 1/4? Briar, what do you use for 63 and 2/3?
I use 65.
You use 65, and for 5 and 1/4?
I use 5.
Okay, so with that, those 65 and 5 are compatible numbers. So those are good numbers to use. So with what Briar said, what was the answer that we have chosen for this question? Anybody else other than Selena?
If you did 65 and 5, that would have been 13.
All right. So if you use 65 and 5, what your choice will be what?
So if you use 65 and 5, your estimate would have been 13 batches.
All right. So anybody else?
But for my answer, I didn't use those numbers.
You did the what?
For mine, I didn't use 65, I used 60.
You did it with 65, not, and others not 60. But I think it's supposed to be...
60 and 5, and then I got 12.
And you got 12. Did you get the answer wrong?
Yeah,
because
I
I think...
compatible part. Like I put compatible, and I did 5. So
But-
did I not get credit?
But I think when you use a compatible number, it's supposed to be a closer possible compatible number. But was what we learned with compatible number before. It's supposed to be there is a range. But in this case, Savas did not give a range. It takes to the closest possible number. Omar, you have a question for that?
Yeah, I got this question correct as well. I wrote, for the Savage, right? I said I use compatible numbers that are close to actual numbers.
Yes.
I chose 60 for 63 and 2/3.
You
I
use
chose
60.
5 for 5 and 1/4. And then in part B, I chose 12 batches.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
so
the
couldn't you
same.
say that you got it right, but it's just the Savage only gives you one correct answer. Like if you went, would that still be counted as a correct answer?
But
Like if you stepped it over, because like Savage would only give you one answer, but if you get 2 answers possible for compatible, because compatible like numbers that you can do in your head and that are close to the numbers, so 60 would still be close to 63 and 2/3.
You're right, but if you really look at it, it's really closer to 65, and 5 and 65 are compatible. But when we estimate, there's a range of possible answers. So if you put 60, I think it's still good to get that. But that's why I was saying I'm gonna look at your answers, guys, because I'm gonna look over. Your scores might still change for this. That's why I'm looking over at question 10 and question 8 later on your answers at Sabas, right? Because
Okay,
of the
so like
estimation.
we'll change the score, cause like we could change the score.
We will still be changing some scores. Yes,
I'm gonna
definitely.
go.
Yep.
Since I got part A, I think what was the answer for part B?
What are you talking about in question 10?
Yeah, what was the answer for part B?
So what will be your answer, Papa? You said 12.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the answer that was marked correct. I gonna so you guys got that. So 15 is compatible answer. That's one of the answers that you have. So here compatible 65 and 5. That's why you have 65 and 5. You got 13.
Isn't it 12?
65 and 5.
No, it's 60 and 5 that
No,
equals 12, and
if you got
65
60,
and 5 that equals
if you got
13.
60 and 5, then you got 12. If you got 65 and 5, then you got 13. So those are two possible closer answer, right? So 12 and 13 are supposed to be close. I got 13. So compatible number is 65 and 5, so it's 13 batches. So you guys either your answer is 12 or 13. So I promise you I'm gonna go back to Sabas and double check. So let's look at the next slide of what the correct answer Sabas has given. So they took 65 and 5 as correct answer and make it 13 batches.
Do we still get points if we got 12?
That's why I was saying I'm gonna look over and see if they and see if they gave you, if you got 12 and Savas gonna give you credits for making it, because Savas is thinking it's the closest compatible number is 65 that works with 5. But if you did 60, that is still close, that is still okay within the range. I'm gonna go check your work. I'm gonna go give you credit, guys. Go ahead. Who's asking question?
Me. So
All right.
I put the word compatible, but then it still marked it all as incorrect.
That's what I was saying. 12 will
No,
not
but you
be.
put compatible in the first part. I chose that, but for the other ones, I didn't. Like I chose 5 and compatible, but I chose 60 instead of 65, and then it just didn't give any credit for part A.
That's why, because 60, they did not want you to get 60. They want you to get 65. That's why I was saying I'm going to go over your test and see the 60 and I give you credits for that. Because 60 is also close as a compatible number to 5. And it's not that far away from 63 and 2/3. Because Abbas is looking for the closest one, which is 65. But don't worry.
Okay.
I'll go back and give you credits for it, okay? So I'll go back and check it today. All right, let's move up. Let's move forward to question number 8. So here we go. So question number 8, Jody paints one of her bedroom with the area of 87 and 5/6 square feet. She paints the bottom portion to be purple and the upper portion to be pink. The information is here. So write an equation represents the total height of the wall. So if you still remember what was your answer for this one, just put the blue dot there and let's see what we got. Because most of you got this part A correct. You know what we got the error most when I was looking at your answers? You guys got most in B. So let's look over B later on. So let's just answer this one first.
For Savas, I went in, it's still loading. It keeps on loading and loading.
Okay, just don't go there. Just do in the peer deck.
Okay.
Wait, so Mr. Girl, remember my test grade? You didn't grade that fully yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Tonight, we'll change it tonight. We'll see what's going on. All right, so let's see what you guys got. So what is this dot is all over the place? You guys need to put a dot on one spot. So
No, because it's showing you all of the dots instead of just showing you each person's dot on their individual
yeah,
paper.
but look, this is a dot over here, the heart. Oh, so let's
And
ignore
that
that.
means if it's over there, then they didn't answer.
Oh yeah. So okay. So our answer is 8.5 feet. There's one who says fourth 43 and 3/4. So you guys are correct by saying it's 8.5. All right, let's look over here at the solution. So you guys have 8 and 5/6 equals, I didn't ask you to solve it because it's over here. So you could just change this to mixed number. This is just an algorithm way. We don't need to multiply 527 times 3, but you can. 31 times 6, you can also do that. But you could also simplify right away. Like 6 and 3 could be simplified by dividing both by 3. And then 527 and 31, you could simplify right away by dividing it with 31. This we have 17 over 2 with 8.5. So you don't have to divide it with big numbers. Here we go for the next one. So going over with 8b. So let's try to work on this problem, guys, on your own. I'll give you a minute. Let's just remember what you did for this question. So suppose that the area of the purple of the wall is 65 and 7/8 square feet. Select the best estimate of the fraction of the wall that is purple. So it has to have a lot of thinking on what you're gonna do with this. I'll give you a minute to solve, and then let's talk first before I show you how it was done. All right, how many steps do you do before finding the answer for this? Angelina? What steps did you do to solve this problem? Angelina, you can unmute. No, you pass. How about I'll go back to you later, okay? How about let's try Human Z. What did you do to solve this problem? Human Z? Why you guys become quiet all of the sudden?
The question is so hard.
I know this question is hard, but what did you do to solve this problem? We'll talk about it. I know it's hard. Even me, it takes me a little while to figure out how it was done. Briar is maybe not to say something. Briar, go ahead.
65 7 over 8 divided by 87 pi over 6.
Okay, so that's the first step you did. Correct. So why did you divide that? Why did you divide the area of a whole to 65? I mean 65, 7, 8 to the area of a whole. Why did you divide it?
So I can find like how much like it covered.
Okay. Selena, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, I think I also did that because I can't get into Solace, so I think I also did that.
Okay, so you, with that said, you got an answer of what? Jin,
I think I got it. I think it's 1 1/3.
you got 1 1/3. How about you, Jin? What did you do to solve this problem? I know you got trouble on this problem too. Jin? Are you here? Jane Gao.
Yes, I'm eating something heavy.
Oh, you're having breakfast already, huh? All right, so even though you're eating, what did you do to solve this problem?
Well, I mainly made the mixed fraction into like a molar fraction.
Did you divide? What did you do? I'll be back with you. Omar, what did you do to solve this problem? So this is the most troubled one. No one got this full credit. Everybody got this part of it is incorrect. So most of you got this part incorrect. So I want to show you something on my but before that I will see first. You got all the hearts all over the place too. So you pick no one actually, to be honest with you, no one picks the answer. Like you guys pick something else. So let's look at the next slide that I have. I want you to really look at carefully. So suppose the area of the purple portion is 67 and 78 feet, right? So select the best estimate. Just ask you to best estimate. So we know that this whole area is 87, that's 87 point something, correct? So this purple one is 65 and 78, and we know that we solve it in the on the a that this height is 8.5, and we know that this is 10 and 1/3. So to solve for the height of the purple one, we divided 6 and 5/8 with 10 and 3/5, 10 and 1/3. So 65 and 7/8 divided by 10 and 1/3. I'm not corrected. So we do the process and everything like that. So we end up with 6 and 3/8. What is that 6 and 3/8 represents?
Or the height of the purple portion.
Correct. The height of this little purple portion. Very nice. Who is that? Alana?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. So the height of this little purple portion. What do we do next? Because that is not even one of the choices that we got. So I want you to look at the next slide. So we know it says estimate for the fraction of the purple one, right? So estimate for the height of the purple from the total shape. So if you go back to the total shape, the height is 8.5, and this little portion of the purple is 6 and 3/8. Now the question is, estimate what is the best estimate for the fraction of the wall of the purple one. So remember, part over whole. So this is the estimated portion. This is the portion of the purple one, and this is the portion of the height of the big picture of the total box. So you estimate that 6 and 3 into a compatible number to 6 and 6, 8.5 to 9. You're gonna end up with 2/3. I want to give me some notes of what you realize to this part B. Go ahead, guys. Thirty seconds. All right. So, Sunny, what did we realize to this one? Guys, I'm going back to the peer deck. There will be a graded classwork, okay? Sarif. Remember, we're starting the new unit, and I really want you to speak up. We just can't be quiet, and I can't just have like 5 or 6 people all the time talking. You guys need to start with to share. All right. So let's start with the brave one. Selena, what did we realize here? It's okay. We realize that we make mistake. We need to do this. We need to do that.
You had to like estimate in this one.
So okay, we really have to estimate. We really have to think of the problem. All right. So I'll take Tiffany. Go ahead.
If you get part A wrong, you're probably gonna get part B wrong. Most of the time, you're probably gonna get part B wrong.
Omar.
I noticed that we had to like compared to the work I did, it was very different from what I did. We had to find compatible numbers and estimate, and then we had to like look at the height. So I mean, I didn't do much of that because I was kind of confused on this question. So, yeah, I noticed I had to find compatible numbers and estimate a lot more.
That's true. We still have to go back to previous lesson on ratios and rates. It's still gonna help us. Like it's not because we learned those lessons and we're done with that lesson. It's still be we're still gonna use those strategies. Right. Another Tiffany, go ahead. Thank you, Omar, for the share. Tiffany?
I realized that I like to find the height of the purple. I had to divide 65 and 7/8 by 10 1/3.
Yes, that one, right? We're gonna divide because that is the area divide by the length to get the height. All right, Alana.
I realized that I needed to do the actual equation before I could found the answer.
Okay, thank you for that. Selena, one last.
No more.
No more. So the next unit, guys, that we're gonna be working on is integers. It's more on word problems, so we really have to like look at the problem very carefully. Sabas is a very tricky question. Not tricky, very like we need to think about it first before solving. It takes a little time to like think. Thank you for the share. I'm gonna read all the notes later, what you guys have realized. All right, so the last one, going over 8C. This is easy. All of us got this correct, like 99%. So which equation represents the fraction of the wall that is purple? So see, it looks like the same question with B, but it's different. So which equation represents the fraction of the wall that is purple? $30. 9 out of 28 responses. Let's go. By the way, I'm gonna put this in a Google Classroom so that at least we could go over. You could look at it, you could make it as a reference in the future. I'll make it as a material. All right, so while you're doing your work, I'm gonna be sneaking on some answers. So some of you say, hey, so this is supposed to be easy. You guys doesn't even have to solve, right? All right. So some of you have a different answer. It's crazy. You guys have answers differently. Wow. I'm so amazed. Some of you have answers different one. So with that said, can just one person
Wait, so
share?
is it A or that?
What did you pick?
I put A because I think that's what I put in my sub.
Ah, anyone else got a different answer? How about who?
I got 65 and 7/8 divided by 87.56.
So you, uh, because it's purple, right? You're looking for the purple. The purple is the one that is part. We always have to go back. It's part over the whole. So the purple one is a section of it, and the 87 is the whole. So with that said, you cannot divide the whole by little part. You just, because it's asking what fraction it represents. So always part over whole. So I'm gonna go to the next slide since we don't have that much time. So the answer is this one, 3/4, because it's Omar was correct when say you're gonna divide part over the whole and go to that and then simplify it. You got 3/4. All right. So we don't have that much time, guys, but we're gonna I'm gonna put this in a Google Classroom so you could look over the answers. And when we come back later on, I'm still gonna ask you to write a reflection, and then you're gonna go to the pre-assessment for our next unit. Anybody got question? You have like 30 seconds to ask before you go to the next class. All right, so when we come back, this is still open. All right, I'm still gonna open the what do you call that, this Pure Tech, so we could go answer this question. Vicky, you have a question for me? No? All right. Say,
By the end of class,
I know.
By the end of today, all the points of our test gonna be added.
Yes, I'm gonna work on it after school today. Vicky, you have a question? You could save that next period.
Oh, okay.
But is it about this one or about something else?
It's about something else.
Okay, then can you do that period 3?
Okay.
All right, save it. I'll ask you right away as soon as you come in. All right, guys, I'm letting you go. Bye-bye. I'll see you period 3.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.